Hey everybody, Charles for HumbleMechanic.com, and it's Thursday, so it's tool review day. Today I'm taking a look at the Tool Sorter Plier Organizer. Now, I've actually reviewed a fair amount of their stuff in the past, and I've really liked all their stuff. They used to go by the name Sorta Tool, but they changed that, and now we're talking about the Tool Sorter. I was really excited to get this particular storage device because my plier drawer at the shop is a disaster. So I'm not going to post any pictures of what it looks like now, but I will post what it looks like when it's all nice and organized in this organizer. Like I said, I've reviewed their stuff before. I think they make a really good product. Their prices are fantastic. This one comes in right around 15 bucks depending on where you get it. If you have a toolbox full of tools, you probably have a fair amount of tool organizers, and you know how expensive some of that stuff can get, especially when it comes to plier trays or plier baskets or socket organizers. That stuff can get crazy expensive. So it's nice to see a good quality product come in at a pretty low price point. If this is the first review of mine you've seen, I review tools and everything 3 different ways: how it functions in a shop in a professional environment, how it functions for like the weekend warrior garage type, which is why I do a lot of my reviews at home, and for the novice that doesn't really care so much about tools but maybe has some tools around the house for basic maintenance on their car or just working around the house in general. This one actually is great for all 3. I'm going to throw a few pliers in so you can actually see how they stack, and they're varying widths of oh, I got something on my finger there. Varying widths of storage, so you can store really big pliers like this, a narrower something like this, like these wire strippers and cutters, and then really tiny ones, depending on the angle of the bend, you can store those as well. So unfortunately I don't have a ton of tools plier wise at the house, so I had to scrounge up pretty much everything I have in order to do this review. But I think this one fits really well. The varying sizes are cool. It's made of pretty heavy duty plastic. I'm going to take these back out and I'll stand it up so you guys can see it a little bit better. It's made of heavy duty plastic. There's the one thing I thought was kind of weird is you can see this this tab at the top, but when you unpackage it you realize it says break for use. So I'm going to just break that. That comes right off. Another thing I really like about this particular one, and actually all their stuff, is they're all about the same size. I have their wrench organizer here, and you can see it lays very, very nicely up against that. So you can really pack them in tight in your toolbox. I also like that the corners are mostly square, so you can shove it like all the way in the back corner of your toolbox and maximize the space in your box. If you have a smaller toolbox, that can be vital to making everything fit and making everything look nice and pretty. The only really thing I see as sort of a disadvantage of this, and it's not so much a disadvantage of this product, it's a disadvantage of storing tools this way. You notice these really tiny needle nose pliers have a bend in them. It's okay on these because they're tiny, but when you get big pliers, if you have a 90 degree, 60 degree bend, whatever, it's going to be tough to store them in there. You'll have to store them kind of awkward, like in this channel right here, like that. Not a big deal, and you know what? If you don't have a ton of bent nose, needle nose pliers, it's really not an issue at all. It's just kind of one minor thing. Again, no big deal. It's just I have a few they're specially bent, and that makes for a little bit awkward storage. But that, and you do actually need a pretty deep drawer, especially when you get into to taller pliers. You notice how deep how tall that's gonna stand in a drawer. So you do need a little bit deeper drawer than if you were to lay the pliers out flat like that. But you'll be able to get a lot more pliers in that footprint, standing them up like that in something in an organizer like that. So all in all, I think it's a great product. I'm actually taking this particular one to work, and I'm going to use it in the middle drawer of my roll cart to store my pliers. So as soon as I get that done, which will probably be before this video posts, I'll throw a picture up so you guys can see what that looks like when it's full of pliers, and hopefully that'll help me stay a little more organized in my roll cart. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to post it in the comments, either on YouTube or on the blog, or on Facebook for that matter. You can always feel free to email me, charles@humblemechanic.com. And you can get this on Amazon. You can get it. You can go to skyleapllc.com, and that'll point you in a direction to get it as well. This actually, I think, would probably make a pretty cool gift. Holidays are coming up. I'm working on a holiday tool buying guide for you guys, and hopefully we can avoid a bunch of returns for stuff that maybe doesn't fit the profile of what you're looking for tools. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. As always, any questions, comments, feel free to post them below, and I will see you guys next week with another tool review.